Social Security is one of those topics most people think they understand until a new rule or adjustment comes along and catches everyone off guard. And in 2026, several important changes are coming that could surprise millions of retirees, not because they're bad changes, but because so many people don't realize how these adjustments actually work. Yet, understanding them can mean the difference between squeezing by each month or enjoying a far more comfortable retirement. So imagine you're planning your financial future, maybe already retired or inching closer to it, and suddenly 3 major updates roll out that directly affect how much money lands in your bank account each month. That's why these upcoming changes are so important. They determine not just what you receive, but how you plan, budget, and ultimately live in retirement. The first big shift coming in 2026 is the cost of living adjustment, or COLA. You'd be surprised how many retirees still believe Social Security benefits don't adjust for inflation. Nearly 1 in 5 got this question wrong in a recent survey. But the truth is, Social Security does increase benefits almost every year to help offset rising prices. These adjustments are calculated using a government inflation index called the CPIW, based specifically on consumer spending during July, August, and September. And because inflation measured 2.8% during that period in 2025, benefits will rise by exactly 2.8% in 2026. That bump may sound modest, but for many households living on fixed incomes, even a small increase matters. A retired worker collecting an average monthly benefit of $2,008 today will see that amount climb to around $2,064 next year. Spouses, survivors, and disabled workers will also receive increases of anywhere from $27 to $56 per month, depending on their category. The Social Security Administration will mail out official COLA notices in December, those single-page letters that break down your new payment amount and any deductions. If you prefer digital access, you'll also be able to view the updated information online through the My Social Security portal starting in late November. Another major change that's going to catch people off guard involves the maximum possible benefit you can receive. It turns out 39% of adults surveyed didn't realize there is a cap on Social Security income. But yes, there absolutely is. And it's tied directly to how much of your income is subject to payroll tax each year. You pay Social Security tax only on earnings up to a certain limit. For example, the maximum taxable earnings for 2025 is $176,100. Anything you earn above that doesn't increase your Social Security benefit. So even high earners have a ceiling. Combine that with the fact that benefits are further influenced by the age at which you claim, and it becomes clear why there are very specific maximum payouts depending on when you start collecting. Someone claiming at 62, the earliest possible age, gets the lowest version of their lifetime benefit. But someone who waits until age 70, delaying long enough to earn the highest increase from deferral, can collect significantly more. In 2026, that maximum monthly payout for a 70-year-old will reach $5,181, a substantial amount, especially compared to the roughly $2,969 that someone claiming early at 62 would receive. This is one reason many financial planners urge retirees to consider delaying benefits if they can afford to. Waiting can dramatically increase lifetime income. The third and often misunderstood change deals with something called the retirement earnings test. Many people still think that once they start receiving Social Security, working while collecting automatically reduces their benefits permanently, but that's not how it works at all. The system has thresholds that determine how much someone can earn before temporary reductions kick in, and these thresholds are rising in 2026. If you claim benefits before your full retirement age and you keep working, Social Security uses the retirement earnings test to decide whether part of your benefits should be withheld temporarily. And temporarily is the key word here, because once you reach full retirement age, those withheld benefits are gradually repaid over time through higher monthly payments. For 2026, the lower earnings limit, which applies to people who won't reach their full retirement age that year, will increase to $24,480. That means you can earn up to that amount without losing $1 of benefits. Anything above it triggers a withholding of $1 for every $2 earned. Meanwhile, the upper limit, applicable to people who will reach full retirement age in 2026, rises to $65,160. Income above that level results in $1 withheld for every $3 earned. Once you hit full retirement age, this test disappears entirely, no matter how much you earn, and any prior reductions begin to get credited back to you. All of these adjustments, the COLA increase, the higher maximum benefit, the expanded earnings limits, reflect the ongoing effort to keep Social Security aligned with real-world economic shifts. But they also highlight just how complex the system can be. And complexity is exactly why so many retirees overlook one of the biggest opportunities available to them, maximizing their benefits through smart timing and strategic planning. Many Americans fall behind on retirement savings, but there are lesser-known strategies that can help your Social Security income stretch much further. Some of these methods can add thousands of dollars to your annual benefits, potentially up to $23,760 more per year for people who optimize the system fully. Understanding how and when to claim, how work affects your payout, and how inflation adjustments compound over time can provide more financial security than most people realize. As retirees move into 2026, these changes come together to create a landscape where understanding the system becomes just as valuable as the benefits themselves. Think about how small adjustments each year slowly compound over time. A modest COLA may not feel life-changing at first, but multiply that increase across 12 months, then across decades of retirement, and it becomes a meaningful buffer against rising expenses. Groceries, gas, medication, utilities, nearly every essential cost tends to creep upward year after year, and Social Security's cost of living adjustment is one of the few tools retirees have to counterbalance that erosion. When benefits rise, even slightly, they help maintain purchasing power. And in a world where retirees often feel squeezed between inflation and fixed incomes, that 2.8% increase is more than just a statistic. It's a pay raise designed to keep life manageable. But beyond adjusting for inflation, the maximum benefit increase in 2026 is another reminder of how critical timing is when claiming Social Security. The difference between filing at 62 versus waiting until 70 can add up to more than $2,000 a month in income. That's not a minor detail. That's the difference between scraping by and living comfortably. It could mean the freedom to travel, the ability to cover unexpected medical bills without stress, or simply the peace of mind that comes from having more breathing room in your budget. And the surprising thing is that many retirees still underestimate how much waiting can boost their benefits. The jump from $4,207 at full retirement age to $5,181 at age 70 might not sound dramatic on paper, but over a full year, that becomes nearly $12,000 extra. And over a typical retirement, it can amount to hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's the kind of difference that long-term planning rewards, especially for those who are able to delay tapping into Social Security. At the same time, the increased earnings limits for 2026 signal an important opportunity for retirees who want to keep working, either because they enjoy staying active or because they want to supplement their income. The retirement earnings test often scares people into thinking they'll lose benefits forever if they work while collecting. But the system isn't actually designed to punish working retirees. Instead, it's structured as a temporary withholding mechanism for those who claim early while still earning substantial income. With the limits rising to $24,480 and $65,160 next year, retirees have more flexibility than ever before. Many older adults today work part-time or pursue side gigs, and these expanded limits allow them to keep more of their Social Security income while doing so. And once they reach full retirement age, every dollar withheld earlier is factored back into their monthly payments, slowly restoring what was held back. It's a complex system, yes, but a fair one when fully understood. Taken together, these three changes, higher benefits, a higher maximum award, and higher earnings thresholds, underscore a simple truth: Social Security evolves continually, and those who stay informed benefit the most. Unfortunately, countless retirees and soon-to-be retirees misunderstand key parts of the system. Surveys repeatedly show that people believe myths, overlook opportunities, and underestimate how strategic Social Security planning can transform their financial outlook. And that's why recognizing the power of this program is so important. Because for millions of Americans, Social Security isn't just a check, it's the backbone of their retirement income. And here's where many retirees accidentally leave money on the table. There's a little-known strategy, often called a Social Security bonus, that can add up to $23,760 a year to your benefits if you use it correctly. It's not a loophole or a trick. It's simply a matter of understanding how you're claiming age, marital status, earnings history, and work plans interact. Most people never learn how to optimize these factors, and as a result, they accept smaller checks than they need to. But those who take the time to research or seek guidance often discover options that boost their lifetime income significantly. For some, that means delaying benefits. For others, it means coordinating spousal benefits more strategically. And for people still working, understanding how their earnings affect benefit calculations can prevent needless reductions. So as 2026 approaches, the most valuable thing retirees can do is stay informed. Social Security isn't static. It's constantly adjusting to reflect economic conditions and wage trends. And these upcoming changes are part of a larger pattern designed to protect retirees from inflation, reward higher lifetime earnings, and allow older Americans the freedom to keep working if they choose. Whether you're already collecting benefits or planning ahead, the key is knowing how these rules fit into your personal financial picture. The system can be confusing, but with the right knowledge, it can also become a powerful tool for securing a more stable and confident retirement. In the end, Social Security is more than a government program. It's a lifeline, a safety net, and for many people, the foundation of their financial future. And understanding these shifts coming in 2026 ensures you're not just reacting to them, but using them to your advantage. Because the truth is, the retirees who thrive aren't the ones who simply accept whatever benefit amount appears in their mailbox each month. They're the ones who learn how the system works, make smart decisions, and maximize every opportunity available to them. And with the right strategies, knowledge, and timing, a more secure and comfortable retirement is well within reach.